Hello, everyone. I don't exactly know how to sit because it's a beautiful sunshiny day. It's really gorgeous out there, and it's quite warm here in Budapest. I would like to show you our upcoming full moon on the 20th of October. So hopefully when I'm sharing, the light is not going to ruin. I'm not important. So anyway, here's the chart. This is for Budapest. And I decided not to actually not to worry about, to show it in London or in New York or whatever. You yourself, if you have a computer program and you know how to erect a chart, you can actually just hit the button and locate it to your own town or city where you live. So here's the Budapest chart. And the features are the following. So we have a full moon, an Aries full moon. So the sun is in Libra and the moon is in Aries. Full moons are by definition about harvesting, about fruition, about completion. Whenever there is a full moon, a cycle completes and you can reap its rewards. You can harvest what you have grown in the past 2 weeks or so from new moon. But also Libra full moons are special because we just started the dark circle here on the Northern Hemisphere. We started the dark period. So until Christmas, the light is going to be shorter and shorter and shorter. It's going to be colder and colder and colder. And I don't know how you are, but I'm fully and completely depressed when I can't see the sunshine. It's probably my Leo rising and my Cancer sun. Two of the brightest period is located in my chart. I just can't stand when it's dark and gloomy and it's just really bad. But anyhow, I'm not bitching about it because each season has its beauties. And to concentrate on the period we are just beginning, really. We just started it with the autumnal equinox, and up till Christmas, it's getting darker and darker. And then, of course, the light is going to turn, so we can rejoice and be happy. But the problem is that in about 100 years ago, those periods were even worse because, yes, the light has turned, but the true tribulations and the hardships just started with the sun, with the winter solstice. But that was the worst period of the winter, December, January, and February. Those were really harsh conditions, and a lot of people didn't survive it. And I can only tell young people to please look after your knowledge and try to educate yourself and look up, what life was. Life was terribly hard, and I'm very, very grateful every day that I live in a flat which has central heating. I have a shower with hot water. I have a stove where I could cook hot meals. This was something unheard of even 100 years ago. So imagine yourself going out to the well, okay, and first break the ice on the top, and then reach and get some water, and then go to the forest and try to find some wood pieces that you could actually use for creating a fire. Life was incredibly harsh. Life was incredibly difficult, and we should be very, very grateful that we live in this age. And at the same time, you should really think about this. If we had a lot harder life, we would not deal with idiocies. The problem is we have too much time. Anyhow, enough bitching about changing things. And so this is the chart for Budapest, Hungary. We have Aries rising here. If you relocate the chart, you will have something else. If you go to if your place is to the west compared to Budapest, you will have probably Taurus rising or late Aries rising. And if you are to the east, you will have Pisces rising. But, you know, just try to relocate it and take a good look. Now, what is immediately obvious is a cardinal T-square. Actually, I did, hold on 1 second. I made a drawing for that. And the software I'm using is Astrokarma. This is a Hungarian software. Someone who was my student built it in order to utilize it for karmic readings. And it's a very easy software. And what I love in it is that you can click on the certain chart elements and they disappear, and then you can focus on the really relevant ones, the really relevant issues. And here you have a T-square, something that I have been harping on for quite a while, because every time the original Pluto Aries cardinal square gets someone accompanied, then it's going to form a configuration. You know, 3 points already form a configuration. So here Mars is getting near the exactness of the Pluto Aries square, and then you have the two luminaries also getting into the picture. Now, in karmic astrology, we use very, very tight orbs. Any configuration should be within 2 degrees. That is when the configuration is closing and the energy is swirling within, and it's going to be impacting all the participants. But with the luminaries, there's a very peculiar way to look at them if they are not exactly part of the configuration. Here I have like a 3-degree orb for each luminaries. And the interesting portion is that both of them in this case are simply like like ongoers, or someone who is just standing by, onlookers really, and they are highlighting and illuminating the whole structure. By the way, full moons are about full illumination, because look at what's happening. The sun, which is your ego development, which is your mental capacities, and the moon, which is your spiritual essence, are highlighting and illuminating each other. So actually the sun sheds light to your subconscious, and the moon lights back into your consciousness. So it ignites your consciousness. So that you have already with every full moon. But in this case, the moon is highlighting Aries, drastically altered outward circumstances, and the sun is highlighting the Mars in Libra, which is in its detriment. So again, they have a special role in this T-square. Now, I spoke a lot about the Pluto Aries cardinal T-square, cardinal square, which has been our most important karmic astrological aspect last year and this year, and even next year. It's not going to be exact next year, but there's going to be some very pretty close encounters between the two celestial objects. Pluto in Capricorn would like to transform completely rigid power structures, and this is what you can see in front of your very eyes. I'm really, really sorry for the United States. You guys are turning into some sort of Bolshevik republic. It's ridiculous, really. I, who lived half my life in a communist country, I really saw the signs about 20 years ago. I'm not kidding. Right around September 11th, so it was in 2001, I told my American friends that you are going to turn into Russia, the Soviet Republic. They didn't believe me. Now they say I really was right. But I saw the signs. I mean, the signs were obvious. And unfortunately, under Biden's presidency, it became exponential. The whole process became exponential. I'm not dealing with politics. I don't care. It's your business who you elected as a president. But if you look around and if you don't see the chaos, really, I'm really sorry. I mean, I'm sorry for you, because I do see the chaos and I see the destruction. And with all kinds of stupid things that are happening in the United States, I'm really sorry for you, because you will learn the hard way how this type of regime, the communist type of or Bolshevik type of regime, cannot function for long. Yes, it can function for 20, 30, even 70 years. until they ruin everything. Because as Margaret Thatcher said, the problem with communists is that after a while, other people's money runs out. And that's the problem. When they ruin everything and everything you had and owned, then they will go under cover again. They will just disappear and wait for another 10, 20, 30 years until you and your offspring build up another beautiful country. And then they come out again and they take it again away. So be careful. We know how it works here in Europe, in Eastern Europe. So anyhow, so that is what's happening with Pluto in Capricorn. And Aries in Aries has been there for 80 years. So no news about that. Look at the terrible 20th century and also the 21st, how it worked. You can see destruction everywhere. But Mars has an interesting role here because Mars in Libra. Okay, I'm trying to move a little bit because the light is again shining into my eyes. I love it, but I don't know. I mean, my whole flat is full of light. It's facing to the south. So I always have lights, and I have huge windows, so I enjoy it. Anyhow, so Mars in Libra. Sorry, Mars in Libra is, of course, in exile. It's in detriment. Okay. Now, whenever this happens to a planet, especially a personal planet, we in karmic astrology say that you are not able to utilize the properties of that planet for yourself, but you can utilize it for others, for other people, for your loved ones, for anyone else. So Mars in Libra is the diplomat. And here, what it does in the completing the T-square between the Pluto Aries cardinal square, completing it into a cardinal T-square, it actually adds tension, but also diplomacy to the picture. Now, at the same time, Pluto-Mars aspects are very violent. I need to warn you that every time Pluto and Mars make or form a hard aspect, it's usually very violent, very destructive. Here, the saving grace is the fact that Mars is in Libra. So you will have some sense of decency or the willingness to balance stuff, or the willingness to do it in a nice way, in an easy Libra way, in a rational way. We don't know what's going to happen, but please watch out. It's a nasty aspect, let's put it this way. And the fact that Aries is there, drastically altered outward circumstances, really exponentially heightens the tension. Now, we do have one saving grace besides the fact that Mars is in Libra, and this is Jupiter. And Jupiter is retrograding in Aquarius and is making a trine with Mars. Mars-Jupiter trines are about the champion, okay, who is willing to and able to win any kind of competition. And trines, when you have a trine to a T-square, it usually signifies that it is some sort of blessings, okay, some kind of harmony and blessing together. Whenever you have a trine in your chart, it signifies that you have done something in previous incarnations that was beautiful, that was valuable, that was perfect in the human sense, and now you can utilize it freely. What's the problem with trines? Well, they don't have enough action. Okay, they're very lazy aspects. So sometimes we don't know about our trines and we don't know how to utilize them. Here you do have the tension of the cardinal T-square. So Jupiter's blessing can really dissolve the tension. Let's hope it will do. Although Jupiter has two functions. One is to fill the space-time moment with blessing, with growth, with luck, expansion, fortune. That's one function. The other one is to blow everything up into an unknown proportions. It's like really getting things out of hand. We saw that last year when we had the Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter conjunction in Capricorn. We saw that everything came out like a blast, and it was like it blew up the tension exponentially. this is a trine. So that was a conjunction, a triple conjunction, and there Jupiter really had this this amplifying impact. Here, this is a trine. So I'm just hoping that Jupiter will be able to dissolve the main tensions. We don't know, but it's an exact trine, so let's hope it. And then the sun moon are highlighting, and whenever something is highlighted and illuminated, you do have the potential to pay attention to it, to uncover stuff, whatever was hidden so far. That is the function of the sun highlighting the moon, the subconscious, because it gives you the layers that you would normally not see. So happy new moon. I hope you will be able to utilize it. And I see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.